What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the podcast. Words coming out of my mouth. Just fire.
CJ, what's good? What's good, people?
Yeah, we here another week, but unfortunately it hasn't been a good week, you know what I'm saying, especially for our people.
No, it hasn't, man. It has not. Tyre Nichols, man. Prayers out to his family. Prayers out to everybody involved in that. For real. Prayers up for Tyre Nichols, man.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, because I've actually talked to somebody that didn't know today, Tyre Nichols was killed by 5 black police officers of the Memphis Police Department.
Memphis 10.
You know what I mean? The finest. Memphis finest, right?
Memphis 10.
So, I know sometimes we get on here and, rant about, why we aren't getting that type of equality, for our people that white people get. But we often forget about some of the environments that we come from. And I know that the goal is to get out that environment. But while you're in that environment, or at least while I was there, I made the best of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My goal was to get out, away from that because I didn't want to deal with that. But, hold on, let me take these headphones off. I've definitely dealt with the law in that manner before. I was telling my wife the other day, when we found out the news that it wasn't my mom. I think it was my mom. Mm-hmm. It was my mom actually. She never knew. So I was in my hometown with my little family, where my mom and everybody grew up, Robbins, Illinois. Shout out to Robbins.
Shout out Robbins.
And I had a job. I was young, 19. I had just dropped out of school pretty much. And trying to find my way working. I had a graveyard shift, and I was selling drugs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I kept that job. You know what I mean? I wanted to keep that job. I was trying to get my shit together. And, I stopped by the house for a quick second just to see my boy, and then I was going to head off to work. Mm. Well, I went in. When I came out, Robbins was right there, the police department. And, everybody knows or has a clue that something's going on in that house. Mm. Now, for the most part, it's crackhead. That's a crackhead house. Yeah. So they in there smoking, that's right? So for all he knows, I'm a crackhead and I'm in there smoking. But he didn't ask me no questions. He didn't say nothing. He just said, "What the fuck you doing in there?" Tase his motherfucking ass. But I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? First of all, this is 19, so I'm like, I'm small now, obviously, because I quit drinking and all that shit. But dude, I was probably like the size I am now or smaller. You know what I'm saying? And it was cops. I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm saying this in a joking manner because it surprises me that they went to that extent. You know what I mean? And the dude only left me alone because my family was from there. When he saw my name, he was like, "Oh, you Frank Moody's grandson?" Whatever. I was like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? Get your ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they they good for that. But here's the deal. Memphis police, if you've seen that video, and if you haven't, I don't even want to go say encourage anybody to go watch it because I can't even watch it, man.
Nah, you gotta go watch that video. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and everybody need to see that video.
Man, as a father, that is disappointing.
Everybody need to see that video.
That is disappointing.
Let me give you a little background, man. You got Tyre Nichols. He's 29 years old. He's a father, skateboarder, works at FedEx. The GoFundMe pops up again, so he got a GoFundMe going. He already got $1 million going towards him. I don't know his cause, it's just towards him. But it was supposedly pulled over for reckless driving. This is on January 7th. Today, as we give y'all this show, we got this, the 29th.
29th.
So, that's a lot of days. The footage, all that happened on the 7th.
Kind of like Chicago, right? When that happened to that boy in Chicago, that footage, you know what I'm saying? They were released, yeah.
So, yeah, that lets you guys know they was holding that footage. Someone knew when they seen that footage, we just can't just put this out right away. We got to get a game plan. We got to cover bases. So, it was a lot of thinking going in before this footage got put out and when this kid died. And if you do the math on that, the everything happened on the 7th. Homeboy lasted 3 days in the hospital. 3 days. So, he was dead on the 10th. And I'm pretty sure all this just started hitting hard like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Let me tell you something.
But yeah, he was hospitalized. 3 days later, he died. The body cam and the pole cams are what they got. Yeah, man. Yeah. So
they were trying to cover up something. That's what it's. At least that's what the perception is to me.
Yeah, to let this happen on the 7th, and then we just not getting the body cam and all that. 5 officers, all black. There's a one white guy in there. He's in there if you ain't seen the video. But I know what everybody's saying. Why didn't he just lay down? Why did he run? It's a lot of whys, guys. But at the end of the day, why? You know what? This is what I'm saying.
Asking why.
It's a lot of people asking why, bro. You know That's why? The first thing we go to. Why didn't he just lay down?
It's 5 people.
Why didn't he just do this? It's
5. That big ass nigga that was hitting him. He had enough power to knock his ass out, but he didn't have enough power to put him on the ground.
But also my thing
is, sorry for the table. I know that shit going.
But also my thing is the whys for this young man that we throwing out there. How about we throw the whys to the people that we put our lives in hands right now? Why did the police not cuff him? Why did they not show more restraint to put this young man down that weighs like 145 soaking wet? It's 5 of them. And that's just disgraceful, man. It's the most it's like we put these people in charge and we give them gun and we send them on the street to protect us. And looking at that video, and then you look at the video that's been coming around the world the last year, the last 5 years, the last 10 years since Rodney King. It's just been shown that we give them guns and we put them on the streets, but these motherfuckers are not trained. These motherfuckers they got issues too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
They probably got PTSD and all type of stuff going on, but these are the people that we put, in place to protect us. Like I don't. Let me tell you something. You got that job some type of way, so. Them people didn't just say, "Oh yeah, you got PTSD.
Yeah,
we finna hire you." You either lied about something, or you didn't tell them everything, or they just didn't ask.
I don't think they doing these psyche values on these.
I don't think so either.
Because if you did a psyche value on them 5 niggas, I did a psyche value on them 5 niggas just by looking at the picture.
Did you hear?
Just by looking at the pictures. Did you
hear what the big dude kept saying?
And then my homie here, Jess Fi, did a psychic value just by hearing the words coming out the mouth. He knew one was on the short bus before he got his badge.
Did you hear what he was saying, though?
Man.
In that video, that cop, he was targeting that kid. He kept telling everybody, get back. Yeah, move. Like, you know what I'm saying?
This is what you hear. Like, I'd have been in plenty fights. I'd have been jumped before. But this is what you hear from the big guy in the crew when he wants you one-on-one. He tells everybody in the crew, get back, get back.
That's like a New Jack City type of movie. Like he in charge of the whole shit.
Yes.
And then people in the video, when the paramedics and whoever else showed up, when they had the boy up against the fucking car, bleeding out or whatever, and handcuffed.
That's crazy.
They over there. They
celebrating it. They was celebrating.
There was no professionalism there.
I know, but they was celebrating it. You all right? You all right? No one asked the kid they was all right. They was asking each other, well, they all right. The 5 guys that jumped him. Are you all right? Are you all right, Just Fire? We just whooped this ass, but I'm asking, are you all right? It was yeah, man. It showed just.
CJ, what they say? When I saw him when he wiped his nose, he ran.
Yeah.
He ran where he come from, and everybody in unison.
Over there.
I'm like, that is what kids do, brother.
Man.
When they trying to lie to their parents, they in unison and all. Like, come on, bro.
These 5 cops clearly show 4th grade education level. They clearly show that they should not been cops at all from the jump.
That matured. That's why I say, and I know people gonna be like, "What do you mean being professional? They off there whooping that." Look, I'm talking about when you do a turnover or a pass down or whatever you want to call it in your profession, when you give that brief to somebody, you need to be professional and let them know what happened. Like, first of all, you got to collect yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You shouldn't be out here trying to tell a story while you all hyper, because guess what? You're gonna probably throw some shit in there and exaggerate a little bit, or you're gonna lie. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So get your shit together. Which you should have got together in the first place before you start beating on this young man. And
that was crazy.
And collect your thoughts, because now y'all really look stupid out there. To me,
that was crazy.
I ain't gonna speak for everybody, but to me, if you see that video and you see how them cops look, I swear, dude, I was I'm just like
they look like niggas in uniform.
Man, look.
And I ain't even gotta elaborate on what I mean by that, because y'all know what the hell I mean. It look like they went and picked up Jaquan, Bubba, and goddamn Jabari off the corner and said, here go a gun and uniform. Go get some niggas. Like reckless driving. Like I said, it was just unprofessional, man. First of all, reckless driving doesn't enact to you snatching this young man out of his car.
Right.
Like I said, if you're a professional, you walk up to this man like a professional and say, can I get your license and registration?
But instead, how they walk up to him, though?
They walked up and say, get the fuck out the goddamn car.
Well, we gonna you about to get your ass blasted.
Like that, it just seemed like these guys have just been waiting for somebody to fuck up, and this young man, as we all say, the saying is, wrong place, wrong time. Mm-hmm. And he was at the wrong place, wrong time, and it was 5 brothers. My thing is, what 5 brothers? How many cars is out there? Like, all 5 of y'all on the case on a reckless driving? It's just so many questions you gotta ask. But at the end of the day, man, they snatched this kid out of the car, and they kept telling the kid to get on the ground. And the kid said, I'm on the ground. Mm-hmm. But I got what they were trying to get him. They want him on the stomach, but at the end of the day, it didn't look like they wanted him on the stomach. They wanted some smoke with this kid, and they got smoke with this kid. They wanted some, what they call it, when they wanted some resistance. You know, they was looking for that. It just you have no explanation on why this happened, and then it just looks bad. Man, you chasing this young man in neighborhood that you should have had cuffed from the jump, or this should have just been a routine pullover, license, registration, and hold tight, young man.
So why? Okay, here's the thing: is that the only way? And this is a question to everybody out there. So if you're a cop or a police officer, I'm sorry, if the cop.
And we're not finna make this a black and white thing.
No,
I
it's definitely
know
not
a lot of
white thing.
A lot of crackers sitting here right today was like, see. Niggas do be killing niggas. We been telling y'all this is black on black crime. What y'all gonna say now? This ain't a race thing. It ain't never been a race thing to me. I don't like cops. I'm saying. Can't stand them. Can't stand the system. Can't stand the lawyers. Can't stand the judges. Can't stand all them motherfuckers. I don't care. I don't like them. But at the end of the day, it ain't about race to me. It's just the cops, man. They just got that shit embedded in them that they are the bullies. Because they got the gun. Because they got the word that says police on their chest. And I never liked it that. Mm-hmm. And I never understood why you would get a regular human being that much power over the same human being
who
pays him. And it's like, you telling him he can shoot, and you telling me I need to get the fuck on the ground.
It's like you raising your kid and your kid coming back to kill you.
Again, this our fault, man. These outlaws,
like your kid, like you like.
I don't like. Like
you like.
I don't like them, dude.
You like, hey, everything good, time to go. Nigga come back like, you know what? I didn't like you my whole life. I'm gonna kill your ass.
And then at the end of the day, guess what? These are the people we gotta call when we need help. Yes, I'm gonna call the police when I need help.
Do I want to? Your whole life.
I do not want to call them.
Your whole life.
Is that the only way?
Okay, so back to my question. Is that the only way you can cuff a person? You can't lean them up against the car? Bro. You can't lean them up against the car and then cuff them and then
again, nobody show any resistance in this.
It's hard to resist when you cuffed already. And
I get that.
You on the ground. You can't be it's hard to do that shit when you already cuffed. I get what you're saying.
You're most definitely right. But no one showed no resistance. No one showed no professionalism. No leader was in this video I seen.
Not one.
Because all it took was
not even the white.
All it took was one guy to say, "Just step back, guys. We got the guns."
Or if they would
the guns.
If they would have interrupted that whole flow, like, hey, that's fucked up. It would have threw everybody's rhythm off, and that would have been, they could have went on. But nobody stepped up at all. And this just went. It just went on.
Like
and that boy died.
The dude does not look. All I'm saying is he don't look like a typical, oh man, we need to whoop his ass kind of guy. The dude's probably a regular but I got to look at his size and height, but the dude don't like weighing more than 160. And every guy that I seen in them cop uniform weighed damn near 200
or more,
and they was all damn near 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? So
and big, stocky,
so
big.
When you think about it, you guys like, well, how you just beat a human being to death? When you that big and you that small, taking that beating, and you ain't getting seen, because
Look at his head.
23 minutes for the ambulance to get there.
Look
but
at his
also
head.
what they don't tell you is the fire department was there in 10 minutes.
Look at his
The
head.
fire department was out there with the police celebrating this shit instead of going over here looking at this young man, checking his vitals, and getting him to the hospital because he did complain of shortness of breath. I have that here. I read up on that. Tyre Nichols, he complained shortness of breath, but no one got him any help. But yeah, man, it's all it took was one person to say, "Hey guys, we don't need to do this tonight. Step back." And this young man would have looked at them, and someone would have talked to him. "Hey man, what's your name? Look, man, this don't need to end ugly. Do you mind turning around, hands on your head, while my man cuff you?" Because no one needed to take him to the ground. Again, the cop just came through and just deboed the dude out the car.
Okay.
That I'm going to go like this here. If those dudes had no uniform, Moody, a.k.a. Jet 5, that is a motherfucking kidnapping. And they getting charged for kidnapping.
So
they took him out of the car, bro.
Here's the deal.
They get out of the car.
So they imposed a threat on him when they walked up because they came up cursing
with the guns.
Nobody, you don't think, I don't know anybody who's gonna act normal if somebody coming up to him with a gun and screaming.
And then I already told you I was gonna get to the video where they kept telling the guy, like, go look at the video, man. The video is they're kicking the guy in the face and telling him to put the hands behind the back. Now I don't know about y'all, but if you kicking me in my face, I know where this hand is going if I got one free. Protect my face.
Man,
they kicking the dude in the face, guys. As I said, that's why they getting charged with kidnapping.
Give me your hands.
Give
me your hands.
That was kidnapping. That was some hood ass shit from some police that you ain't. I'm telling you, white people getting the kick out of this shit. I'm just gonna put that out there too. They getting the kick out of this shit.
The bigger point is why did this happen? So. What I mean, I know why it happened because these people, like
I told you why these dudes was ready for a fight, man. It's just like that guy that comes to the club. He comes to the club already mad. He comes to the club already with his thought of, I'm gonna fuck somebody up tonight no matter what. And all it takes is you to bump that dude and he gonna set the fuck off. Mm-hmm. That dude in the car asking questions, what did I do? Set those guys off, and they was already looking for something because they probably ain't got no fighting or had no action of pulling the guns out in the past year or two. And that's the thing about giving human beings guns. It ain't just about cops. Give a motherfucker a gun, Jet 5, and give him 9 months, and go back to him and ask him how they fired that gun. And what you think the answer gonna be? Yeah, I fired it. I shot some cans. I shot a bird. I went to the gun range. Ain't nobody just gonna sit on a gun, bro, and not gonna use it. So you telling cops, we need you to protect these people, but we need you to keep this gun on your hip at all times. At all times, sir. At all times. Keep it up.
I keep my shit on me.
Come on, bro. Come on.
But you know what?
Some people ain't got that when you telling them to go protect you. When you telling them to go protect us and come. Yeah, man, it's just...
we
got to think this whole system of giving regular people goddamn guns, regular people degrees to be lawyers, and regular people to be judges. That's just my opinion. It ain't working. And it ain't never worked.
Yeah,
we got so many incidents like this. And again, it ain't about color to me. It's about cops and them just separating themselves from us when they're just as regular as we are.
It's about cops and the power of abuse of power.
Yeah, man.
That's what it is. Because those cops abuse their power and cause somebody to die behind it. Because you know what? When every time a police pulls you over, some of them. I'm not gonna say all of them. I'm gonna stop doing that.
We know it ain't all of them.
So,
but it's been enough to say most of you.
You know what I mean?
It's been enough to say most of you.
Yeah.
So most of you.
Some are a little aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, when they come up to the car and they don't even need to be because they don't even know you. They might be profiling you.
Or had a bad day, just like what regular people do.
Exactly.
Wife left
but
them,
you know what?
Brother died.
But can they call off though? Or is that police chief telling them, hey, bring your ass in anyway?
Like I said, I'm not the guy that can make these rules, but I'm just saying if you're giving a person a gun and you're sending them out there to everyday people, and you know everyday people are assholes, we got issues, we going through shit, rent late, just got kicked out, I'm homeless, and you sending these dudes out here with guns every day. They need to be evaluated every day. How your brain going? Because if you putting them on this pedestal here, police and gun, and I got a car, and I can call the whole team to come help me out. You know what I'm saying? You're putting them on this pedestal. I just think we need to be better as when we send them out there to neighbors, when we send them out on these streets.
But see,
these guys need to be psych. We see it on SUV. Them dudes get psych evaluated before when they get done shot somebody. How you feeling?
But this should have been an issue that should have been fixed a long time ago because it's not just now happening.
And again, they don't care. And they gonna go back to it ain't enough money. But we see when people get shot and when people like DeMar Hamlin.
It's gonna be protests.
You can go raise money real quick.
And then in about 6 months, maybe a year, nobody's gonna be talking about Mr. Nichols anymore.
Nobody.
You know what I mean?
Nobody.
And he's gonna come up again when something else comes up like this. So instead of letting this happen again, why can't we just nip it in the bud right now? Like you really can't. You really can't.
When Rodney King went down, when that was in the 90, when that went down, 90 something, 91.
Yep. Still happened.
2023.
It's like El Chapo. When El Chapo went to jail, it was another motherfucker replace him.
Just right in front of him.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of protesting, we got protesting in New York, LA, Portland, Milwaukee.
And Chicago.
Yep,
I heard them saying that they was about to build one up. I already know they was going to do it out there. Because them Negroes, Jesse Jackson and
they got to do it, man. But like I said, this video, when them crackers seen this video, they was already on it. Look, see, they killing their own kind. Yep, it just ain't white people. See, I told you. You got the motherfuckers on the Twitter fingers already in the chat rooms. As soon as you put out there, this is wrong and justice, you're going to have old Billy Bob slang.
And when he's saying, I'm kind of speaking for him, when he's saying cracker, he's talking about the ignorant white people, the racist white people.
I call you white.
Yeah.
But the cracker know he ain't white. He the color of the saltine. And, that's what he is. But it's just sad, man. Again, this is just negligence all around. You snatched him out of his car. You came up aggressive on him, guns blazing. It's a young man. This is somebody's son. None of these guys, nobody said step back. No one really tried to cuff this young man because, like I said, they look like they wanted all that smoke.
Of course.
They look like they wanted a good night. They was running. Like, these guys literally look like shit that happened back in my hood. 5 niggas on one dude, and we beating the shit out of him, and he finally gets away and runs, and we go chase his ass down and beat him some goddamn more, and then walk away.
That's all
that
I
was
understand.
Some straight hood shit that we seen right there from police.
So, I hope to God they don't try to use that we were scared for our life type shit, because you know what? If you were that concerned about your life, you wouldn't have ran up on that car so fast. Because cops are precautious, right? They run up to the car, you know what I mean?
Like, if you so concerned, you ain't finna chase nobody either. You know what? Let's let him get away and put out an APV out on him. But they can't use none of that, man. And then, like I said, it is sad that it was 5 brothers. No one thought that this young brother, black guy named Tyre Nichols' life was enough for us to stop and put the cuffs on him and let him get back home safely to his family. That is kind of sad as well. It's like this black on black crime shit. I never liked the word people saying that shit, I just call it 5 individuals doing stupid shit, and they were black.
I still call it black on black crime because you know what? You're black. You dumb fuck. And you went over and you killed another black man because of what? Now, I can't wait to hear the reason, though.
Ain't no reason.
I can't wait to hear the reason.
You can't give no reason. And like I said, I don't want to hear none. Why did he run? Why did he not get down? The same whys you giving this young man is the most whys you should be giving the fucking police. Why you snatch him out the car? Why didn't you goddamn try to handle this by talking instead of guns? Why did it need to be 5 of you guys? Somebody needed to be a fucking chief. Not all 5. 5 of the motherfuckers could not have been a chief. One guy should have stood up, the rest should have stayed back and had that guy back, and that situation would have been solved. Again, that was just 5 dummies that put on a motherfucking uniform that rode the short bus growing up, and then they finally got some power, and they all hung together. I bet you all the motherfuckers hung together. I bet their mama know their mamas and cousins, and they all know. And there's one dude that know all of them, and he's like, all them niggas lame. All of them cornballs, bro. All of them. And like I said, I don't like cops. They all cornballs. That's what they are, cornballs.
All right, well, check this out. We gonna end it like this.
It's cornballs, bro. We need to do better.
I'm disappointed, highly disappointed as a father, as a citizen, as someone who served this country.
For real.
You know what I mean? Like, put my life on the line for this country.
And speaking of serving our country, we are taught to have more restraints than these mother suckers. Mm-hmm. And if we do this, it's you going to jail and court-martial getting crime. It's just the responsibility, and these guys are just like, fuck the responsibility. Fuck what's going to happen. I'm a police, and that's...
Look, I just hope that...
that's sad, man.
Hope and pray that, you know, the Nichols family can
go
mourn in peace.
Get some money, and get some peace.
Okay,
get your money and get some peace.
You know, hopefully this turns out in their favor, because those guys definitely deserve to get punished. And I'm not a big fan, you know, of cops either. But at the same time, if I'm paying my taxes, if I'm doing all this, I need you.
Do your job.
I ain't gonna say I trust you. I need you to do your job, like the correct way.
For real, man. Again, just because I don't like them, that don't mean they're all bad. But you're giving them guns, you got a badge, do your job. No matter the color of the guy that you in front of you, do your job. And always have a mindset of, this guy is a father and a mother too. And that's crazy I have to say that, because again, police are regular people too, and they forget that shit. He want to get home to his family too, Officer Dan.
Yeah. He
want to get home to his wife too, Officer John. Like, I don't get it. But when you get that gun, your mindset is all the way over here, and you just like, I'm God. I'm God in the car right now, and I don't like that, and that's how some of these guys get in the brain. But again, it's our laws. Police, we need to be better. All of us need to be better. Black, white, no matter your color, be better. And all I would say is, I've been in these situations before, and I've learned, I just surrender. I really do. And I ain't gonna lie to you, as a black man, I feel like a bitch, but I also tell myself, I'm going to get back home to my family. And that's all that fucking matters to me. If I need to lay on this goddamn ground, belly first, nuts on it, hurt, glass in my face, just so this motherfucker don't shoot me, I'm going to do that. That is my mindset. And that is the mindset that I'm going to tell my fucking kids when they in these streets, when they in the car with somebody else, and that person gets pulled over, I'm going to tell my kid, number one, shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. Number two, stay in your lane. Number three, if you ask your question, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. That is it. They tell you put your hands behind your back, you put your hands behind your back. Mm-hmm. And that's how we have to tell our kids and walk out these doors these days, because it is not promised that if they get pulled over, it is going to be a routine. Yep. Reckless driving.
And I'm scared for my son, because
man.
He has a mouth.
Yeah, he has a mouth. And then all of our kids have mouths.
If he goes and he says something wrong to one of these cops, and like I told him, he's privileged. You grew up in nice neighborhoods, nice schools.
And you grew up being loved and spoiled at the same time.
So,
loved.
You know, so when people question me why I be so tough on my kids, this is why. Because I want them to listen to me. Because if they listen to me, we won't have to go through shit like this.
We have to go through this. I'm telling you, telling you now, right now, people. Have talked to your kids. Have talked to your grown. This dude's 29 years old, and I'm telling you, I don't think
life gone. Just started his life.
I don't think his family had this talk with him ever. Because if they did, that this probably would have went a totally different in this other way. But again, we cannot put everything on Tyre Nichols, people, and say it's his fault, and say why, and then go see what he done and what has he done. Let's go look at his history. Oh, this dude and robbed the bank.
You know what?
It don't matter.
Everybody should. And I said earlier, nobody should go watch it. We're gonna end this.
Go watch that.
But I said earlier, I wasn't gonna encourage people to go watch it. Yes, I am.
Go watch it.
And matter of fact, get your teenage kids to watch this and tell them.
Use this video to
exactly,
tell them this ain't what I need you to do.
A training video
right here.
When that cop comes out aggressive,
you
throw
it back and give up right there and there. Because two aggressive people, you see what happened. That wasn't Tyre Nichols being aggressive, folks. That was him being scared
Exactly.
Shit. And I'm fought scared guys, and when you hit a scared dude in the face, he turns around the other way and start walking the other way.
Okay, so let's do this. and I really don't want to do no poll on this type of subject, but no, I want to do one.
Get you one done.
Do you think that Tyre Nichols was resisting?
Yeah,
or
he
not?
was. He was resisting, in my opinion.
So you let me know, or was he resisting, or was he reacting because he was scared? That's the poll.
He was resisting and he was scared, but the police should have reacted.
And do you think? And if you think he was resisting, do you think it was justified by the police actions, the way they approached him? Answer that.
And do you think the police action on how they treated it was justified?
Oh, we've already don't even answer that question, because you know why? We've been talking about them for the last 35, 40 minutes, whatever, and we already told everybody already knows them cops ain't shit. That we know they ain't shit.
Memphis,
you treat people like that, you need to be fucking buried your fucking self.
Hey, I'm from Mississippi, man.
And them the words coming out of my mouth.
Y'all look out down there, Mississippi fam. I love y'all. I love y'all, my Memphis fam. Y'all get it together, man. Let's get it together and love one another. But this your boy CJ. Appreciate y'all letting us talk to you for a minute. Hope everybody having a good weekend. Have a good week, y'all.
Yep, just fire here. We out, baby.
Bet. One.